In a previous video, I showed you how you can make these firework fountains at home. Today, I'm going to show you a simple upgrade I mentioned in that video, a fireworks wheel. These are incredibly simple to make, and their display is pretty satisfying as well, and sure to impress. If you watched the first video, you will recall that there were two types of fountains, the unchoked case like this, and those with a choked case or a nozzle that performed like this. For this application, we will be using only the choked cases. You can see that this setup is incredibly simple. There is a post in the ground, and the wheel itself is attached with a nail, and spaced out so it is allowed to spin freely. You can see that it rotates with almost no resistance, which is very important because these fountains do not produce a lot of thrust. The fountains are affixed to the wheel simply with a piece of copper wire. I use two pieces, and I wind them quite tight with a pair of pliers after I twist them by hand. What's nice about this project is that you do not need to use homemade fountains. Those from the fireworks store can work just as well. Just make sure that they have a nozzle. When assembling the wheel, make sure to avoid the simple mistake of mounting the motors in the same direction. You want to make sure that the thrust is compounding rather than destructive. You can see how the red is pointing in the opposite direction. You can see that this setup is just about as simple as it gets, but there's a lot of innovation to be had here, so you can experiment and do whatever you please. If you are looking for inspiration, the West Tech Fireworks Manual is a great resource. Here's an example. You can see just how complicated these can get. But even when you stick to simplicity, these devices never fail to impress. For simplicity's sake, I decided to hit both fuses at the same time, as opposed to fusing them together with an instant fuse. It also makes the project more simple for beginners. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.